Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining me. And before I get going on this tips on having a networking cocktail party, please, I want you to hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell there that gives you a notification of when I have new videos out. So, moving on, these 3 tips to having a networking cocktail party. One thing about cocktail parties is definitely a great thing to do if you want to have expand your network. You basically take a couple of people and you keep like 5 friends that you have, and then you say, okay, I'm having a networking party, bring one person. So those people bring over. So you want to make sure that you keep it nice and light on the number of people that you're going to be there. So I guess tip number 1 is making sure you keep your networking party to 15 to 20 people, definitely less than 20 people. You don't want anything bigger than that, because if you get bigger than that, then it's going to be hard to manage. All right. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is the who you're going to have there. Make sure that whoever you pick to have at your cocktail party can connect with other people that will be there. The cocktail party is supposed to be lively and people talking. You don't want people just sitting there, just looking at each other, or they're gravitating towards the people that they know at your party, especially if it's at your house, because therefore you don't have any interactions going on. And then you might be a little bit too busy to go and talk to people because you're going to be managing things around the house. That brings me to tip number 3. All right, so tip number 3 is the music and food. So it could be, if you get technical, it's 2 things, but just follow it. Tip number 3, music and food. You want your music to be low key. You don't want your music too loud, because if it's too loud, people can't do what? They can't hear themselves talking to one another. So it basically puts a damper on the ability to network at your cocktail party. So want your music low. Also, type of music you don't want anything too super trendy, but you do want to keep it lively and upbeat. Nothing too somber. You don't want to put on like some old school gospel music. That's definitely not going to work and keep people engaged with one another. All right, so I guess tip 3A is the food. So on your food, you should make sure that you don't have anything too heavy. I remember back in the day in this area, there used to be not a restaurant, but a supermarket called Farm Fresh that had really good chicken. And anytime you went to a cocktail party at somebody's house, they always had Farm Fresh because it was good and it was cheap. The problem with that is chicken breast, chicken thighs. And what happens when you have stuff like that? Big meals, big pieces of chicken, it weighs everybody down and they stop talking because they are eating. And then also it's heavy. So when you have things like that, you don't want people to settle in. Is a networking party is supposed to be moving around and people moving. Also, you want to make sure that your food that you have is finger food and is not sauce or heavy sauce related, because a lot of people wear good stuff to a cocktail party. This is not a cookout, so you don't want to have something like barbecue sauce or barbecue wings or anything like buffalo wings that were heavy sauced wings, because those tend to get on clothes if they spill. And people wear nice clothes to cocktail parties, so stay away from the heavy sauce items for food, and definitely stay away from spicy stuff. Also, remember that not everybody eats meat nowadays. The vegan craze, so make sure you have some vegan type food or vegetarian food there as well as a snack food for people, finger food, so they can keep networking and not feel like they're being left out. You don't want somebody feeling like they're left out when they're at your party. So that is the 3.5 tips of networking and having a cocktail party. Thank y'all so much for listening. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the notification little bell so you know when I'm going to post again. Thank you so much. This is your host, CB Baker. Till next time.